Hey, what's going on guys? It's Alex here from Simple Mods and welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing another quick build and this is a custom Cooler Master MasterCase Maker 5T. Now you may recognize this case. It is a case mod I did back in 2017 inspired by the Tempest spaceship from the Mass Effect Andromeda game that was coming out at the time. It actually won second place in Cooler Master's Case Mod World Series for 2017 in the ANZ region. It was also nominated for BitTech's Mod of the Year. So I'm definitely pretty proud of those achievements with this case mod, and after having to pull apart the system a few months ago after something had gone wrong with the pump in it, unfortunately, I definitely thought of putting this case to good use again. So I'm going to chuck all this stuff in it, and with the amount of custom water cooling and chrome piping and everything that I had going on in this case before, I'm going full on AIO this time around with both the CPU and the GPU. So let's go over the specs real quick. I'll be using the Z390 AORUS Master motherboard from GIGABYTE, the Intel Core i7-8700K processor, cooled by the Cooler Master MasterLiquid ML360R AIO cooler, which comes with some pretty sweet addressable RGB fans, and I have a few more of these MasterFan MF120R A-RGB fans that I'll be swapping out on the graphics card AIO radiator. For RAM, I'll be using 16 gigs of AORUS RGB DDR4 3200 MHz. This is a 2x8GB kit. However, it comes with these cool dummy modules that you can use to fill up all the memory slots on your motherboard. For storage, I'm keeping it simple with just a single 512GB Samsung 970 Pro M.2 NVMe SSD. And of course, for the graphics card, we have the AORUS RTX 2080 XTREME WATERFORCE, which is an AIO card that comes with a 240mm radiator. It's definitely a pretty sweet card. I mean, check out the size of its box. All this is being powered by the Cooler Master V1000 gold rated power supply, and I'm also using the original cables. Now, if you want to see more about what I did to the case and how I modded it, I'll have a few links in the description to past videos and also my build log on the BitTech forums for those interested in checking it out. Main things were, other than the custom panels on the outside, was that the motherboard was flipped 90 degrees with the IO now being at the top. I then cut a small hole in the back section of the top panel to allow for cables to pass through. I also relocated the power supply and mounted it vertically towards the front of the case, and this was to allow for all the pass-through fittings that I had going through the shroud section of the case. I also got a second top panel for it that I custom mounted to the back side, and I created a completely new back panel that allowed me to mount a 240mm radiator on the outside. So I'll definitely have to do a few changes to make this build work in this case. Main thing is going to be a new acrylic cover for the shroud section of the case. I'll also use another piece of acrylic to make a fake floor. I'll be relocating the power supply back to its original location, and finally I have to see about cutting a small section of the back panel just to allow for the air tubing to pass through from the radiator that will be mounted on the outside of the case. So I'll be preparing the case first and then I'll get to building. So I hope you guys enjoyed the montage and the build at the end. Chuck us a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!